Hey, so a couple of days ago I uploaded a picture of this rainbow cuff here, and a few of you were wondering how I made it. And I thought I would just make a quick tutorial for you guys because I know that I've tried making a cuff before from tutorials and they were super confusing. I actually made this one just by trying it out and it happened to work out, but I'll try to cover a couple of things that weren't necessarily clear in a lot of the other tutorials, so hopefully that helps you out. So what you're going to need to do this is some stretchy string. I like using Stretch Magic in the 1mm size. You're also going to need some scissors to cut the string, and of course your beads. So for this cuff you're going to need 6 different colors. So obviously I use the color of the rainbows: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And for this cuff I'm actually using 36 of each bead, and that's just because I want this cuff to be a little bit wider so I can wear it higher up my arm. Depending on where you want to wear it, you can make it a little smaller, a little bigger, it's up to you. So yeah, like I said, I'm using 36 of each color. So to start this, it's actually really simple. What you do is you just go around adding the different colors. So like add a red, add an orange, add a yellow, add a green, add a blue, add a purple, like that. Super simple. So I'll begin. Okay, so once you're done that, you're gonna have something that looks like this, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna take it and you're gonna tie it together. I like to do like 3 to 5 knots just to make sure it's super secure because nobody wants their stuff falling apart. Right, and there you have it. So this will again fit in the exact same spot as the other one. Now what you're going to be left with is a short piece of string like this and a long piece of string like this. You can cut this short string right now if you want to. I usually leave it. I don't know why, it's just I like to cut everything at the same time. So from here you're gonna see that you have the string sticking out of this one like that. So what you're gonna do is go ahead and string it through the pink bead. So it's coming out of the purple and you're gonna string it through the pink, so the next one. If it'll go through. Okay, so now that it's coming out the pink bead, you'll see that the next one in line here is the orange, so you're gonna grab an orange bead and throw that on top. And then from there, what you do is you string it through the next bead in line, which is the yellow. And then after the yellow, you'll see that the next one in line is green, so you string a green and then you put it through the blue. The next one in line after that is purple, so you put on a purple and then you string it through the pink. So this is what it's starting to look like. And what you're going to do from here is just keep going around the entire bracelet in the same pattern that you started. So again, the next one is orange, so you're going to do orange through the yellow, green through the blue, purple through the pink, all the way around. I forgot to mention, if they start to like look a little wonky like that, you can always go ahead and just like straighten them out before you keep going. It'll like help you out in the long run. So once you've strung an entire row of beads, it's gonna look something like this. I actually have one more bead to string, but you know that it's end of the row because you have this entire extra row of beads along the side, and if you didn't cut your string like me, you'll still have this extra one here showing you that. So I have one more purple one to string, and then I can show you the next step into going on to the next row. So now that I've strung this bead, you go into the next color as usual, like you did for the entire row. But then from here, what you do is go into the next row up. So you strung it through the pink and then into the orange. And that's gonna start the anchor for the next row, just like you did with the pink. So from here, what you're gonna do for the next row is, because we have a yellow on the bottom, you're gonna string a yellow bead and then put it through the green, string a blue, put it through the purple, pink through the orange, and so on all the way around. You don't have to pull it super tight, but it helps if you keep tugging it as you go along just a little bit to keep it snug and to keep that shape. Okay, at some point you're gonna have to add more string on to continue the bracelet. I'm just about at that point now. So again, just take a piece that's probably about as long as your hand to your shoulder, cut it, and then what you're gonna do to tie it is take the two ends and do kind of a bunny knot, so cross them and pull one over like that, so then you get a knot like this. And then what you're gonna do is cross it over and tie it under one more time, and then from here you're gonna have 4 different ends and just pull as tight as you can on that, and you're gonna get a tiny little knot like that. And then so you'll have your 2 longer ends, which will be the continuation of the string, but then you'll have these 2 shorter ones, and all you have to do is cut them, and preferably cut them as close to the knot as you can, otherwise they're gonna snag in the beads, which isn't very much fun when you're trying to string them. Okay, so again, we're at that point where we're gonna be starting a new row. So if you've been tugging your bracelet the entire time, it's probably gonna start to take on a bit of shape like this one. So what I have here is just one more bead left to string on the second row. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And just like the first row, what you're gonna do is keep stringing it through the anchor beads. So like I just stringed, I went through the purple, stringed the pink, and I'm gonna go through the orange. And then from here, what you're gonna do is go up a level into the next one, and you're ready to start your next row. So again, exact same pattern. I'm now coming out of the yellow bead here, I'm gonna string a green, put it through the blue, string a purple, put it through the pink, string an orange, put it through a yellow, and do that all the way around. Okay, now that you're done the third row, it's really gonna be starting to take on the shape of a cuff. You're gonna finish this one the same as all the other rows. So string the bead, put it through the anchor bead of the last row, and then once you do that, you're gonna take that string and then you're gonna create a new anchor bead by putting it through the next bead up. So I just strung an orange bead, put it through the yellow, and now I'm gonna string it up through the green, and then from there, it's gonna string a blue, put it through the purple, string a pink, put it orange. Exact same pattern as we've been doing the entire time for the rest of the cuff. So as you can see, compared to this one, I'm about halfway done. No major changes. Some tutorials will say to tie it off every once in a while. I haven't done that, and I had no problems with this cuff. So as long as you just keep stringing it, kind of tugging it to make sure it maintains that that shape and it doesn't start like winging out, if you know what I mean, you should be good to go. Okay, after you're done stringing your last bead, what you're gonna do is again put it through your last anchor bead. So I ended on an orange anchor bead, pull it through, and what I do is I actually bring it up and down through the row a couple times. So for this one, I'm gonna go down into the yellow, up into the orange. That's not orange. Down into the yellow, to the green, blue, purple, whatever. Just like 4 or 5, not too many. And tying it off is actually one of the easiest things to do on this whole tutorial. And so anyways, I strung it through, I'm just gonna pull it. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna go through your closest opening. So how do I explain this? So I pulled it out of the orange bead, as you can see here. Hopefully you can see that. And the next opening is underneath it. So in between these two orange beads, you're gonna put your string. And then, so it'll be coming through the inside. And what you're gonna do is grab it from the inside. And so you're gonna have the tail end, and you're gonna have a loop here. You're gonna pull the tail through the loop, like that. And what this is gonna do is tie it. And not only is it gonna tie it, it's gonna hide it inside this bead here. So if you just wanna put it through the hole from the back, through the loop, like 3-4 times, just to make sure that it's tied nice and tight and isn't gonna come undone. Because nobody wants that to happen. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna get as close as you can to that knot and cut away that extra bit of string, and then if you're like me, cut away this extra bit of string from right here, and there you have it, a perfectly finished candy cuff rainbow, which is awesome!